Hey there folks, this is XI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode 27 or episode 3 of Arc 2, however you want to look at it. In last episode we had another club activity, we've had 2 episodes of them so far, and now is Keiichi's penalty game where he has to carry the shit of the winner and, well, dressed up as a maid. And that's all that's happened so far. That's all that's happened in this arc so far. Nothing scary whatsoever. They're loving it. Whoa, Keiichi-kun seems happy. Why? How can this be? You gotta try and be happy when doing something as embarrassing as that. He's probably woken to the joys of cross-dressing. Keiichi-kun, your hairband's gonna fall off. Let me fix that for you. Rena cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head. How does it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. I'm head's itching. There we go. It's alright. We won't laugh. Ah, you jerk. I'm gonna murder you. Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. So he's doing it for Mion. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Well, he's learning things in school, that's a good thing. Damn you, Mion. What do you mean, knowing this will come in handy one day? How the bloody hell will a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful? Well, it might be. Shh, Kai-chan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as rehearsal for a play. Really? That's right. If I cause a scene here, they'll find out that I'm wearing women's clothing right down to the unmentionables. Oh yeah. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Actually, Kai-chan, you have really smooth skin. You're often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you. Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Whoa, what kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? That's a bit weird. How does it feel wearing a maid's hairband? Really finishes off the look. The hairband is the best part of a maid outfit after all. But what do you mean, finishes off the look? Dumbass, stop teasing me. Keiichi-kun's embarrassed. Cute. That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? So how does it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it! Don't flip it up. It's tight, isn't it? Can you feel it rub against the skin as you walk? Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Stop! Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. How my miserable manhood subtly shifted. You're turning red, you're turning red. Have you finally realised it? That's right. Right now, Kai-chan is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. Stop it, Mion! Really, why'd you have to whisper that right in my ear? Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Kai-chan, you've currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than mere touch can ever achieve. There, can't you hear that pulse? That breath? Oh my god. Mi-chan, that's how... On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Rena's nose. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with the straight long hair you like so much. Kai-chan, I've made you into your ideal woman. And now, you're going to walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolise the eyes of all the men. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only you didn't have this big thing dangling between your legs. You'd be a real girl. Saying that, she tried to flip my skirt. Wah! This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me with this male-centric problem. Yeah, beat them up. They deserved it. Before I realised it, Rena was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek. Keiichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. I'm gonna take you home. Peering through Rena's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Satoko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Rena's prey. After that, it took quite some time to calm Rena down from her frenzy. Later, Kai-chan. Today was super enjoyable. I bet she loved it. We'll rue this day, Mion. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you to a public shaming. Yeah, only if you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes, and looking in as good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. That was weird then, how she left in the middle of the talking. Okay now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home. By the way, Rena isn't as good as Michan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? I don't understand, what did that mean? Follow up for you. Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100 meter in about 6 seconds there. He's trying to get home as quick as possible, and you know. Well then, Keiichi-kun, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favour for my constant good behaviour. It's been going my way today. Yeah, of course it has. At that moment, the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh no. Oh, Keiichi, so you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realised the peculiar scene before them around. Oh, Keiichi. Dad? This is, you see, you know that club I was talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. It just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi, let's have a little talk in my studio, you little cross-dress. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. No, Dad, let go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, you shall rue this day. His artistic flame raging like wildfire, my dad dragged me along. It disappeared into the depths of the studio. I imagine him just lying on his back on the floor and him being dragged by his father, sliding across the floor. That's so embarrassing. But amazing. Keiichi, are you home? All I can think of when I see this scene now is the mochi nailed against the floor. Against the wall with the needle and everything. Oh, you're in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry. I have a headache and don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go out to eat with your dad? My mom said go get him superwoman at work, but occasionally takes a toll on her health. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. Keiichi, we'll take the car, so hurry up. Oh, they're going out for a meal. Dad quickly got the car ready. Must be hungry, really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting. So where are we going to eat? This looks just like Uichi's car. the detective's car. So, where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store. Let's go there. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. He's probably feeling a bit awkward after earlier today. Wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Maibara, am genuinely intrigued. The headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. That's a nice scene. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was shockingly the family restaurant right by the station. Dad, that great restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. Angel Mort is a restaurant that we'll be seeing now and again. It's got some important stuff going for it, even though nothing huge ever happens there that I've noticed, or that I can remember. It had the air of a girl-oriented, all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. You've never been inside Keiichi? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've travelled to faraway towns to eat. But returning only as far as Okinamaya Station, there's really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone's throw away after all. I see. That was the reason. I never noticed it before. Get ready. We stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. It seems like business is booming. Every restaurant's got an indoor parking lot out there, Have most Japanese restaurants got that? That's shocking. I've seen like in Spain, you have underground garages for every house, or a lot of houses, and shops and things like that, but to To have one for every restaurant. For customers. That's weird. Seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here. But what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya, well that's fine. Chiba, Saitama. Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways. Keiichi, it seems that you finally realised how amazing this restaurant is. What's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. Ooh, let's see. It's quite nice inside. Looks like a cafe. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. That's always confused me, a smoking or non-smoking seat. You know, restaurants they can be pretty big, but smoke will always flow from the one area to the other, won't they? Well, what difference does it make? At least it wouldn't be directly in the line of fire of the smokers, I suppose, but you'd still get some, wouldn't it? Dad ordered two of the daily specials. It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offence to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. Ah, the mic. Hold on, there we go. If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like normal family restaurant fare. Who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See? Isn't it great? I see. Just maybe... Hold on, again. There we go. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. Oh. May call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. And yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, then it's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that Mion dressed as a slag? I think it might be. It's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, it's my apologies, I'll bring it right away. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off flustered. Dad, could it be this restaurant is... Aren't they great? The waitress's uniforms here, I mean. I found out my dad was a pervert when I was about 3, so, you know, pretty similar, I suppose. What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, Keiichi, I've never come here with impure intentions. That belt and attirant and eccentric clothing, quella fei. I don't know what that means. I guess he's happy about it. It's my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation, haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing. You understand? So you come with your son. That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me, I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi. Oh my god. I need to take a leak. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Well, you are a bit weird, Keiichi. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. I need a drink. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beet red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say, sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. I've always been nervous about a new job. This is why I found interviews so hard. Just thinking about how the job might be when you eventually get to it. To have somebody who can lead you really well is the only thing that I would need, I think, to actually leave my job now and get a new one. This waitress must have been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously. Just watching her put me on edge. This is strange. In the anime, Keiichi realizes right away that she is... Well, look at her. She's Mion. Yeah. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said, what incredible uniforms these are. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in the perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. I've seen this as well in Steins Gate. It was somewhat similar anyway. In any case, she is in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things. That is, I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that, walking around the restaurant, is as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know. It's alright to be more straightforward. Ow, my nose is starting to bleed. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... Mion, is that you? Well, bloody hell, you got her eventually. That took him forever. Mion, is that you? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude. I didn't realise it was her at all. It was Mion. Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? I'm helping out at my uncle's store. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town, that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Yeah, that was from earlier. Ooh, that must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my anima instincts tell me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cut in through the recesses of my mind. There really is a God. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. I confirm my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Mion, you have pretty big breasts. It seems like they're ready to spill out even right now. All the customers are definitely looking at you. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing get-up. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you'd dress up like that. Oh god, look how awkward she looks. It's not like I'm doing this because I like to. Is this alright, Keiichi, my bar? Aren't you taking this a little too far? Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, logic. Logical mind. To pay back Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of get-up, your mother must be disappointed. Ugh! Oh, he's making her cry. The part where you can almost just see something is the best. Come closer. Please stop. You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. Oh, I want to take you home. He's doing a Renner. Not that. Entering a version of Renner's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall, I was gone until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events. I'm trying to think what that could be. Don't know. Oh well. Yep, I'll spare you the rest for today. Oh. Seems that Mion's neural circuits are completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now. Even aside what exactly was good, I never knew, to think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. That's raw. This is such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Renna and the others. Renna will definitely flip out with joy. Do you think she'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. I can never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm saying that's wrong! While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean? That's wrong. I'll get ready for this. It's a huge twist. I'm not Mion! Dun dun dun! This is the main new character of this arc, and she'll be popping up in future arcs as well. Her name is Shion. And she is Mion's twin sister. She's completely different. You'll get to see what she's like. What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right? I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonozaki. Mion is my older sister. My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from his brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. He doesn't believe it. Shion? Shion Sonozaki? Yes, I'm often mistaken for my sister. But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time. That's because my sister is always talking about you, so I knew who you were. A little bit of a cringeworthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. Shion. He thinks that it's a different side of Mion she takes on to get this job done, at least. I see. In that case, I'm sorry. Oh no, as long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see. Well now, she's self-aware of that fact now, is she? As I unintentionally laughed aloud, Mion, no, Shion, laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? It doesn't seem like you're used to it. Actually, today is, Keiichi is my first customer. A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So, you said you worked part-time at your uncle's store before? I thought you would have been more used to it. Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place. I see, makes sense. Anybody would be tentative, doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at the store? Oh, my sister is, you see, she's not good with this cutey things. I know what she's trying to say. That's right, Mion is more suited for cool things, so I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. That uniform, it would never suit somebody like Mion, but for Shion, I think it works. Huh. You mean that, Shion, like Ren often does, spaced out and turned bright red. What's that mean exactly? At least for this moment, it felt like this Shion character actually existed, because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realised that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room. Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now. She only served one customer? Oh, okay. Now finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take her break. Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Keiichi. Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. Ah, that thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? That's a totally different face look, one that Mion has never shown. Wow, that devilish laugh and smile was exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her that I will return the favour for the total humiliation I suffered. Blah. More importantly, I'm going to complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge during your club activities. Yeah, oh god. Bring it on, I'll get her before she gets me. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right, but now I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say she has a twin sister. I thought that maybe I should ask Renna tomorrow if she really has a sister, but maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So, I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything. That little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Keiichi, are you about ready? I've lost music. Has the music gone? No, here it is. I accidentally turned it down. You about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. He's got a loyalty card. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you know, Keiichi? Oh, so you were watching from the shadows. He didn't even have his dessert, did he? He called for one, but then went to the bog and now he's come back. No. That has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamazawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. The school isn't in Hinamazawa, so she must go to the one in town. I've never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamazawa go to the same school? Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. I couldn't go far to work or, school if I was still there. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister, something like that? Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. Oh wow, is it going to be a part 3 to this chapter then? Or is that the end of the chapter? But yeah, getting to meet Shion is a big part of this arc. Mion and Shion are the focal points of this arc, as Keiichi was the focal point of the first arc. Double the fun! So, there's a lot to look forward to, I think. Let's have a look here. We checked out who's Mion's uncle, we got 2 more. Is it really a Shion? Oh, we're gonna find out now. This is Keiichi asking, by the looks of it. Huh? Mion-san's family? Yeah. More broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether a younger twin sister named Shion really existed. My curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Sadako about it. I wonder. She might not. She wasn't being very clear about it. Has Sadako never gone over to Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you've never met any. Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her. Okay, let's go and ask. Sadako waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family? Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question. He has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them. That many, huh? For example. Is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but... You mean she? Shion exists. Huh? So there is a Shion. That was unexpected. So she was real, but is she the one in the... angel mode? Their names are quite similar, you know. Could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mii's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but I hadn't seen her much. I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Nokonomiya. I might have mispronounced that completely. She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother, after all. She didn't live with her parents. That was a bit odd. Is there something between them? It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives. Doubtless, many different circumstances. For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Oh, what are the 3 of you talking about? Your sister? Let this old man in on it. Ah, we knew that phrase was coming back. Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister? Ah, Mion. Crap. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me. Oh my, I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. Much less tomboyish from what we've seen. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? That grammar confused me then. It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling as if I'd made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. But then, what? Didn't they just say, what? Oh my god, anyway, Keiichi's really hard to convince any. And this other one, an introduction to Angel Mort. Okay, let's get to know the restaurant a bit more, is it? Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide April issue, Complete Conquest Analysis, Family Restaurant Chapter. Oh, it's an advert, is it? Or a review. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of XX Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centres of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. Oh, of course not. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a censored place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. Fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War Photography Hunter. Away! The smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Why? View. Yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, a corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a point in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu, the hunter, he's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush. Not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. By utilising tricks such as ordering little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. Good idea, I guess. But, as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 PM, he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 PM, a man began to take his orders. He looks as though he has been seen through. It's the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were weary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag and might fossilise in there. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified at Angel Mort. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold, as to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle, despite lamenting his failure. Nice angle, he is an artisan. More surprising though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. That's good, yeah, well done. What an amazing start for the hunter, who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing the day before. Oh yeah, there's an asterisk a while ago, wasn't there? The day before, our hunter took on the Shrine Maiden cuisine in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store, he was seen through, placed in the booth and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much anticipated Shrine Maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. Seriously huge blunder for the hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat, low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms chosen by the hunter himself. Low angle, oh my god. Such blazing hot pictures, you too can... Something. I didn't click it. Oh my god! Angel Mort's such a perverted place. But I know they're in a couple of animes, so I'm wondering if they're actually real as well. Do you actually get women dressing up in those sorts of outfits and in cafes and stuff in Japan? Oh my god. That's bizarre. That would never happen over here, I don't think. Anyway, this has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching the rest of Chapter 2. And meeting Shion, which was great, because she is a pretty good character, and you'll see why in this chapter as we go along. In this arc as we go along. Thank you so much for watching again, folks. See you again in a bit.